My name is Rebecca Briscoe, and I am here to launch in partnership the new local Yes to Census 2020 with Harris County and the City of Houston. Please welcome our speakers, Judge Lena Hidalgo, City of Houston Interim Planning Director Margaret Wallace Brown, and Dennis Johnson, U.S. Census Bureau Deputy Regional Director.
This is the last chance we'll have for until 2030, right? For 10 years, to be able to make our voices counted, to ensure that people know that we're here, and to be able to have and live up to that right that we have, which is the right to be counted. The census, I want to reiterate, is safe under penalty of jail time or a fine. Nobody can share census data. Census data is collected to be added up cumulatively, but individualized data cannot be shared under very serious penalty of law, and I want to make that extremely clear. And the census is so easy. 9 questions, takes just a few minutes to fill it out. We're doing everything we can to make sure that folks participate. We've got an incredible team have been going throughout our communities for weeks now, painting murals, explaining the census to folks. We've got the smartest data people mapping, which areas are seeing lower response so that we can reorient, we can make sure that everybody participates. Our ability to have the right political boundaries, to have the right information so that we get funding for key services, and also to have the right information so businesses can make their decisions, so academics can make academic recommendations on all kinds of issues. All of that hinges on the census, and that's why I'm so proud today to be kicking off formally our census campaign, Say Yes to Census. Shall we give them a yes? A big yes?
Answering the census is perhaps the most important civic duty a Houstonian or a resident of Harris County can do this year. And so we want every one of you to help us, help everyone understand that. It's so incredibly important. And you know what? It's really easy. Between March 12th and March 20th, every household in the Harris County, Houston region is going to get something in their mailbox. And it's going to be a form that tells you how to complete your census. And we want you to be on the lookout for it, because we don't want you to toss it away because you think it's junk mail. It's information on how to complete the census. The letter contains a personal code for you to use, for your household to use, to go online and answer the census online in multiple languages. Many languages, not just Spanish and English and Chinese and Vietnamese, but also other languages. You may also receive a paper form if you're in a neighborhood that doesn't have a high internet rate, and so look out for the paper form as well. And then take that number and you can go to your computer, you can go to any library in Houston or Harris County and complete it online there. You can call any number of organizations for help. Anybody standing here would be happy to help someone figure out how to fill the census out. If you don't want to do it online, you can call the Census Bureau or go to census2020.gov and ask for a form that you can mail back. So you can do it on the phone, on the internet, or through the mail. The takeaway today that I want everybody to understand is that by responding to the census, you are guaranteeing federal dollars for your community, for the things that you care about, whether they're children's health issues or whether they're educational issues or transportation, whatever it is you care about. There is federal funding that is based on population counts associated with that topic, and by completing the census, you will help Houston and Harris County get everything we deserve. You'll also help us get the right representation, both in Washington, D.C. and in Austin. This is important, and it lasts for 10 years. It's quick, it's easy, it takes just a few moments, and it's so absolutely important. So I encourage everyone out there to help us amplify the importance of the census message. I was going to do a minute ago to introduce Dennis Johnson from the Census Bureau.
I got to tell you, this is awesome. I look back here and see a sea of yellow, and I heard the roar of yes to the census. This is awesome. Thank you, Judge, for being here, and Director Brown, thank you. And council members, thank you for being here and for your positive and encouraging words. And I know you will provide continued support to the 2020 census. And just so there's no confusion, I may be from the Census Bureau, but this isn't my census. This is your census. This census belongs to you, the Harris County, to Houston, belongs to every community that you come from. And that's why it's so doggone important. Houston has gone through some things over the last 10 years in Harris County. I can tell you, natural disasters, massive population shifts, all sorts of things happening here. It's been a long time since we took the last census, if you look at it in those terms. So that makes this one even more important. Our goal is making sure we count everyone living in Harris County, counting them in the right place. It's not only necessary, but it's an essential task, ensuring that you get your fair share of resources. Now, I mentioned the goal of the 2020 census, and other people have said it, is to count everyone only once and make sure they're counted in the right place. Once that data is compiled, that information is used every day to solve problems around us. Census data helps communities, all of Harris County, City of Houston, create jobs, provide housing, prepare for emergencies, build schools, staff those schools, build roads, hospitals, and also guides how billions of federal dollars are shifted throughout the nation. It affects our voice in Congress and in the state. It helps determine how many representatives, how much power that the state of Texas has in running our national government, and how much power Harris County and Houston have in running the state government. Those things are going to be vitally important now and for the next 10 years, and that's what Census 2020 does for us. On March 12th, which is what, 10 days away? An invitation to respond to the 2020 census will start arriving in households all over the country. 10 days away. We've been waiting for this for 10 years. Now it's 10 days away. Communications will continue to be set. We're working closely with Harris County, the City of Houston, and some 4,200 partners throughout the area to get the word to people that it's important to be a part of the census. We encourage people to respond online, but that's not the only way. You don't have to. There are other ways to respond. You can also respond by mail, by phone, if that's more convenient to you. Regardless of how you do it, the bottom line is do it. Make sure that you're counted and make sure that you are represented now and for the next 10 years. This Yes to the Census 2020 campaign is not only helping the City of Houston and Harris County promote the census and achieve that complete count, but it's also helping us to reach those harder to count areas and individuals who have not responded accurately in the past. You know your city best. We're relying on you, our amazing partners, and your friends and neighbors working for the Census Bureau to aid in our efforts to ensure that complete success. We've had census representatives in our area for the last 2 years, establishing partnerships with local trusted voices, and we've had recruiters promoting census jobs, not only creating jobs for the area, but encouraging local people to do their civic duty. We plan extensively to reach all who live in this area to attain an accurate count and have all the workers that we need to get this count completed. Our goal was to recruit over 60,000 individuals in Harris County alone. As of February 23rd, we now have 68,000 individuals recruited. Thank you. Thank you for responding to the call. That's over 115% of our goal. It was through the efforts of our recruiting staff, our partners, and every one of your voices that we were able to achieve this. But our work is just starting. We've recruited the people, now they go to work. We will continue to recruit. In the next few weeks, we will select workers and get them ready to complete the accurate count of our community. We thank all of you for your generous efforts, not only in supporting the 2020 census, but also supporting this campaign, Yes to Census 2020. We encourage you to get the word out to everyone you encounter that the census is here, it's safe, it's easy, and it shapes our lives for the next 10 years. So thank you very much.